Trapped within Flameheart's sea forts, the denizens of Golden Sands were counting on you to rescue them. But as you all sharpened your cutlasses and lay siege to these forts of the Forgotten, something was stirring in the deep.
Why are we holding them?
Listen, we are officers of the Spanish fleet. We do what Flameheart demands. That was the deal. You know that.
You mean the giant head in the sky?
Not anymore, he's not. And besides, you know what would happen if we were to disobey. There are many different ways to put someone in a cage. You should just keep going. Sir!
This one. Bring her.
Telling me what does and doesn't exist. I'll show 'em. Those who came before knew better. An ancient power great and terrible. The shrouded ghost. Of course. It moves between the worlds.
Yes, it was time to go on a meg hunt. Pirates had to work alongside Bell, Merrick, and the other pirates of the Sea of Thieves to summon the Shrouded Ghost in an effort to control a powerful artifact before Flameheart and his lot could get hold of it. Your efforts here didn't go unnoticed, and the Servant of the Flame cast his gaze upon the ruins of Golden Sands.
Merrick! Just the man I've been looking for. Let's go.
The Reapers might think they've already won, but we'll show them that we don't stand for that sort of nonsense in the Sea of Thieves. We can fight back. We can rebuild Golden Sands.
Oh yeah? And who's gonna rebuild it? You?
Well, obviously we can't do it alone. We're gonna need every brave and true pirate that calls these seas home. We need to gather as many supplies as we can and bring them here. We'll show the Reapers we don't give up so easily.
So, they think they can just rebuild. We must act swiftly. They cannot be allowed to restore Golden Sands. We will call more pirates to our banners, and all will tremble before the might of the flame.
The fate of Golden Sands was now in your hands. You could either secure vital supplies to help Merrick restore the stricken outpost, or you could ally with the Servant of the Flame to ensure that it remained ruined. Golden Sands was of course saved, and the effects of your efforts are now starting to come to fruition. But following his triumph at Golden Sands, the veteran sailor Merrick suddenly and mysteriously disappeared.
Even now, my pirate legends sing the stones. An ancient power, great and terrible.
You alright, mate? You like seen a ghost? Ferry's this way, mate. In case you didn't know.
don't want to miss it. Them wraiths don't mess about. Make sure you hold that ferry for me, friend. We've got one more passenger here. Or you could just sit there and spend some more time here. Not me, though. I'm headed back to the land of the living.
Well, well. It would seem that our friend has delivered, just as we planned.
Not so fast, old boy. You're not going anywhere. It wasn't personal, Merrick, but you have information that we need.
And you're going to tell us everything.
Merrick was trapped in the Sea of the Damned, held hostage by the Dark Brethren. It was up to pirates to investigate his disappearance and uncover who was behind this heinous act. Amaranta was unmasked as Merrick's killer, though she escaped to the Sea of the Damned. And so now, with Merrick held captive by the Dark Brethren, how long would it be until they got the information they were looking for?
Hello, my little friend. What are you doing here?
You want me to have a drink? Oh, no, I couldn't possibly. Besides, that's devil's rum. It'll blow your head clean off.
I'm sorry, friend, but I don't understand.
I think that it was trying to warn you that I was coming. Though I'm not sure what's more pathetic. That it thought it could help you, or that you have a crab for a friend. Come now, Merrick. You're making this much harder than it needs to be. Just tell us what we need to know, and this can all end.
I ain't telling you nothing.
Is that so?
You think just because you wear that mask that I can't see what you really are? I fought monsters before, and I wasn't afraid then. So if you think you're getting anything from me, you're wrong.
Well, I'm glad to see that death hasn't dampened your spirits. But I killed you once before, Merrick. And believe me when I say that I have no problem with tearing your soul apart, piece by piece.
You do realize they'll come here to save him?
Of course. And I'd very much like to see them try.
It was time to bring Merrick home. Pirates had to travel to the Sea of the Damned and confront the Dark Brethren. By solving puzzles to scale a twisted version of the Sea Dog Tavern, pirates managed to free Merrick from his captives. Though instead of returning to the Sea of Thieves, he chose to remain where the Dark Brethren couldn't get to him. Meanwhile, Belle journeyed to Stitcher Jim's old hideout to see if she could uncover any clues from this once devoted follower of Flameheart.
Careful, little one. Nothing in this place should be trusted blindly. But there is truth here. I can sense it. And the time of resurrection shall be foretold by one reborn as the herald of the flame. No. Pirate courage alone is no longer enough, but true allies are hard to come by out here. The cost of their loyalty will be high. I think, perhaps, it's time for us to take a dive.
There were powerful secrets to uncover far below the waves in the sunken kingdom. Pirates would have to explore the Siren shrines, recover artifacts, and fight alongside the ancients. And all the while, in the Devil's Roar, a prophecy was beginning to be fulfilled.
The roaring flame from the waves it was torn. The roaring flame waiting now to be reborn. And those poor souls who did conspire to seal away his boundless fire shall find themselves upon the pyre. While all the world is burning. It's time.
With Bell now sure that the prophecy was coming to pass, pirates had to go on the trail of Stitcher Jim, unearth the truth, and stop the ritual. Stitcher Jim may have met his end as the Herald of the Flame, but the prophesized return of Captain Flameheart was far from over.
I never imagined the sacrifices some would be willing to make in the name of their king. The prophecy had come to pass. The return of Captain Flameheart was now inevitable. We thought if we performed the ritual ourselves, we could summon Flameheart, then bind him, banish his spirit beyond all reach. But try as we might, our efforts were in vain. And so, as the one responsible for Flameheart's return, it was time to make a sacrifice of my own.
Wait, no!
Now the souls of two pirates hang in the balance, but only one can make it back to the Sea of Thieves. Me or Captain Flameheart? The choice is yours.
Two souls now hang in the balance, and only one can make it back. Did you join with Pendragon and Bell in the hopes of banishing Captain Flameheart? Or did you side with the Servant of the Flame in his efforts to resurrect Flameheart and have him return to take back control of the seas? The choice was yours. Choose your side and get ready to fight. It's time to put your skills to the test in the battle for the Sea of Thieves. Explore thrilling new locations and earn some incredible cosmetics. So load the cannons and sharpen your cutlass as we explore the depths of Sea of Thieves Season 8. In Season 8, you'll be able to opt into on-demand PvP combat, duking it out in explosive ship battles that all take place in the shared world of adventure. You'll be fighting for one of two opposing factions, the Guardians of Fortune, who are loyal to the Pirate Lord and his allies, and the Servants of the Flame, who pledge themselves to Flameheart and the Reaper's bones. Crews who join either faction can choose to represent them while either going about their normal pirate business, or actively hunting and sinking ships of the opposing faction. And this all begins with the Hourglass of Fate. Found on the captain's table of each ship, you and your crew can use it to choose which faction you wish to fight for. Though be warned, by voting to represent a faction, a crew is effectively marking themselves as ready and willing to engage in PvP combat. This means that you can be actively hunted by ships of the opposing faction. But if you want to go on the offensive and hunt opposing faction ships yourself, then look no further than the war map on the captain's table. Use it to seek out a foe, and then dive below the waves. As you glide through the murky waters far below, you'll scour the seas for a worthy match. You can use this time to ensure you and your ship are ready for the battle ahead. And once an opponent has been found, you'll ascend from the depths and burst out from below the waves. The opposing faction ship will be directly ahead of you. So ready the guns, and let battle commence! Both you and your foe will be placed within a designated battle area, which is visible on your ship's map. If you stray out of bounds, the Hourglass of Fate will start to become unstable, and you'll see a warning urging you to return to the fight. If you continue to leave the area, your Hourglass will be destroyed, sinking your ship, and your opponent will be declared victorious. Winning battles by sinking opposing faction ships will reward you in several ways. Each successful battle will make your Hourglass of Fate more valuable, so the more ships you can sink, the more gold you receive when you vote to leave the battle at an outpost. You'll also earn allegiance. This represents the deeds you've done on behalf of either faction, similar to the experience you earn for the trading companies. If you're able to sink multiple foes in a row without being sunk yourself, you will start to build up an allegiance streak. As the streak gets larger, so too does the allegiance you'll earn from your victories. Reaching an allegiance streak of 4 will mark you as a faction champion, and your position will be displayed on the map table for all to see. Defeating a faction champion earns you slightly more allegiance and a lot more Hourglass value than would normally be awarded. So you can expect to find courageous crews heading your way to try their hand at sending you to the ferry. Faction champions can also choose to hunt crews larger than their own. So if you're an ambitious solo slipper ready to prove yourself, this is the perfect way to test your mettle against some more fearsome foes. Though sinking ships isn't the only way to earn allegiance. When you bring treasure aboard a faction ship, you'll gradually increase your treasure grade. The more valuable the item you bring aboard is, the more your treasure grade will increase. And if you can successfully defend against and defeat rival faction ships while this treasure is on board, you'll earn even more allegiance for each ship sunk. When you leave the battle by voting at an outpost, your current treasure grade will increase the amount of allegiance you receive. You can even choose to sail as an emissary while also representing your faction, potentially netting even greater rewards. The higher your emissary grade, the more your Hourglass of Fate will be worth when you choose to leave your faction. However, choosing this style of play will make you an even more valuable target for ships from the opposing faction, so best be on your guard. With Season 8, we're also adding 2 new alignments for the captains of the Sea of Thieves. Complete the milestones to unlock new trinkets, crests, and other faction-themed cosmetics. And as you build up allegiance with one or both factions, you'll unlock some spectacular rewards for both sides. At allegiance level 100, you'll also gain access to special faction-only parts of the Athena's Fortune Tavern, or the Reaper's Lair. So long as you're also a Pirate Legend or level 75 Reaper, that is. These secret areas offer a number of exclusive rewards, some of which are literally life-changing. The Guardians of Fortune will grant you the blessing of Athena's Fortune, allowing you to take on the look of the various apparitions found within the Sea of Thieves. And if you travel into the Reaper's Lair, far below the Reaper's hideout, you can take part in a ritual to transform your soft, fleshy body into something altogether less alive. And prove, once and for all, that you were indeed big-boned. Explore the Reaper's Lair further, and you'll find new characters to interact with, including the Bonesmith, who'll allow you to customize your new style with the various bits and bobs befitting a scornful skeletal crew. And of course, with a new season comes new rewards, with over 100 levels of incredible items to unlock. That includes some slick new clothing options. There's even new emissary rewards, so there's boatloads of shiny new goodies to strive for. And there's also a new plunder pass, available as an optional purchase, where you can unlock some macabre cosmetics crafted on a midnight dreary, with the Ravenwood ship set and costume. Not only that, but by completing this season's plunder pass, you'll earn 1,000 ancient coins. And there's even more available in the Pirate Emporium. From a ship fit for a king, to a costume perfect for those who are hungry for battle. There's even trinkets to celebrate the games of Rare's past. So pop on in and discover what sparkling surprises lie in store. So get ready to earn allegiance for factions of fate, uncover new rewards in never-before-seen locations, and engage in the dramatic PvP action of Sea of Thieves Season 8.